Good day, everyone. My name is Daido Imasaka from Canon Singapore, and it's my pleasure to be here today to initiate this online launch event. As a leading brand in the photography industry for over close to a century, Canon's mission of delivering the best imaging experience has always been a guiding principle for us. With the feedback we constantly gather from end users, we pursue innovation and excellence in every aspect of what we do, from developing the products to marketing them, all the way to after-sales service. To make photography accessible to everyone, Canon aims to satisfy a wide range of imaging needs, from professional photographers and photo enthusiasts to vloggers, families, and youth. Other than hardware, Canon understands the importance of providing software solutions to enhance the whole imaging experience for different situations. When the pandemic hit us last year, it brought about a wave of changes. Most physical activities were brought online, and we saw an increase in demand for high-quality video streaming of important events or meetings held online. Canon swiftly responded to this change, and that is why we developed this EOS webcam utility. It allows us users to transform their Canon cameras into high-quality webcams for their virtual needs. The photography industry in Southeast Asia has been moving towards mirrorless cameras. Canon launched its first full-frame mirrorless camera, the EOS R, in 2018. In the following year, EOS RP was launched, forming our first generation of the new EOS R system, and last year, the EOS R5 and R6, often coined as the game changers, were launched as our second generation in the whole system. The positive feedback received from the market made us feel that the hard work put into developing these two models have paid off. Today, we are going to unveil our third generation full-frame mirrorless camera in the EOS R system. You may have already heard a few announcements on what this new camera is capable of, but today, everything it has to offer will be presented to you. This is the EOS R3, bound to capture hearts and go beyond the expectations. We will also share with you the first-hand experience of professional photographers using the EOS R3. I assure that the remainder of this video will delight you. Relax and enjoy. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, this is Hector here. Welcome once again to the EOS R3 launch. Together with Evan, we will share more on what's new in the EOS R3. Let's dive straight into some of the headline features. Starting with the design of the camera, it appears that the EOS R3 resembles the EOS 1DX Mark III in terms of size and weight. But what may surprise you is that it is actually smaller than it looks. At 15% shorter than the EOS 1DX Mark III, the EOS R3 is less bulky. Weight is another concern by many users of EOS 1DX Mark III. You'll be happy to know that the EOS R3 is 30% lighter. Now that is a lot of savings. In fact, what is more amazing is that the EOS R3 body alone is actually lighter than the EOS 5DS DSLR. Next, we all know that the EOS R3 is built for speed. With electronic shutter, it can shoot up to 30 frames per second, and with mechanical shutter, it goes up to 12 frames per second. All these are with autofocus and auto exposure. In electronic shutter mode, The camera's shutter speed can go up to 1/64,000 of a second, perfect for freezing ultra-high speed subjects. At the same time, the EOS R3 has a release time lag of just 20 milliseconds in electronic shutter, a blazing 31% faster compared to the EOS 1DX Mark III. This ensures that you are able to capture that sudden action that appears right out of nowhere. One of the reasons why the EOS R3 can capture at high speed for an extended period is due to the dual card slots. Similar to the EOS R5, it has both a CF Express Type B card slot and an SD card slot. Now, let us look at image quality. A new 24.1 megapixel stacked CMOS sensor coupled with the DigitX image processor, the EOS R3 delivers quality that surpasses higher resolution sensors. To give you an example, the 24.1 megapixel EOS R3 has a resolution performance that exceeds the 30.4 megapixel EOS 5D Mark IV. For low light performance, the native ISO performance for still images goes from 100 to 102,400, expandable to 204,800. For movies, native ISO goes as high as 25,600, expandable to 102,400. Here is an example of an image taken at ISO 51,200. Notice how clean the image looks, even at the shadow area. One of the major concerns for mirrorless cameras is the effect of rolling shutter. A lot of work has been put in to minimize rolling shutter distortion by utilizing the back illuminated stacked CMOS sensor together with DigitX to achieve high readout speed. The result is a remarkably minimal distortion level, just a quarter of what the EOS 1DX Mark III produces. For file formatting, the HEIF is a HDR format that gives users immediate access to images that have improved highlights gradation. The EOS R3 now comes with a HDR mode that allows shooting and merging of 3 HEIF files into one HDR image that has an even wider dynamic range. Next, Evan will bring you through more exciting features.
Thank you, Hector. I'm Evan, and I'm really happy to be here to share with you some really amazing stuff in the EOS R3. One of the most important features of a professional-grade camera like the EOS 1DX Mark III is a world-class autofocusing system. The EOS R3 raises the bar further with a groundbreaking technology, the Eye Control AF. In short, it is a technology that changes the AF point depending on where your eye looks. By deploying multiple sensors and LEDs, the technology detects eye movements. Imagine the time saved in fiddling with controls and switches. You can simply just look at where you want the camera to focus. Switching of subject within the same frame is now so much easier. This potentially can be a game changer in the world of autofocusing. Low light focusing has been further enhanced with the capability to focus in as low as EV-7.5 luminance. Earlier on, we mentioned that the EOS R3 can shoot up to 30 frames per second. It is not just the ability to shoot more frames, but each frame now has a much higher chance of achieving perfect focus. This is due to the high readout speed of the new sensor, which translates to a whopping 60 frames per second of AF calculations and tracking when using electronic shutter. This is 3 times of what the EOS 1DX Mark III and the EOS R5 is capable of. Nailing fast-moving and turning subjects such as ski races will be a breeze for the EOS R3. The Animal Priority AF first made its debut in the EOS R5, along with the People Priority AF. Eye, head, and body detection capability has been further enhanced with deep learning technology. Focus remains locked on the eye even if the face is partially covered or wearing a mask. The EOS R3 adds one more mode which will definitely excite motorsports photographers, the Vehicle Priority AF. The EOS R3 can detect automobiles and motorcycles through deep learning technology. It is even capable of detecting the helmet of the driver where spot detection is enabled. In-body image stabilization is available in the EOS R3. With up to an 8-stop effectiveness, the EOS R3, together with EOS R5 and R6, remains as the world's most effective IS in any interchangeable lens digital camera. The biggest benefit of this is the ability to shoot long exposures without needing a tripod. Here is an image shot with 4 seconds exposure, handheld using this fantastic IS system. When it comes to networking features, the EOS R3 has all the best wireless features in any Canon camera. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and GPS comes built in as standard. It comes with dual band Wi-Fi and supports FTP and FTPS. WPA3 is also available for improved security. Similar to the EOS 1DX Mark III, the EOS R3 has a built-in Ethernet port. The improvement here is that it supports FTP, FTPS and SFTP directly from the camera without the need for any additional accessory, providing not just convenience but also great value to the user. The upgraded version of mobile file transfer is now available, allowing the camera to connect directly with a 5G smartphone via a cable or wirelessly. You can now add text and voice memos and achieve high-speed transfer to FTP server using 5G network. I'll pass the time back to Hector and he will share more with us.
We covered a lot on stills photography, so now let's take a look at the video department. The EOS R3 can shoot at an impressive 6K RAW at 60 frames per second, and 4K is available at 120 frames per second. High quality 4K by oversampling from 6K is also available at 60 frames per second. You can choose to shoot at any of these with high or low bitrate options, and there is the option of shooting in Canon Log 3 and HDR PQ as well. Being the first professional model within the EOS R system lineup, the EOS R3 is designed to meet the most rigorous demands in the fields. The chassis is made from magnesium alloy for added toughness and lightweight. It also has the same level of dust and drip resistance as the EOS 1DX Mark III. Shutter durability is up to 500,000 cycles, and one of the cool features we all love, the ability to configure the shutter curtain to open or close during power off. The EOS R3 comes with a 5.76 million dots viewfinder that is both large and comfortable to look into. The high refresh rate of 120 frames per second makes panning or tracking moving subjects less straining on the eye. At the back of the camera, you will find that the smart controller and multi-controller placed intuitively just like the EOS 1DX Mark III. The smart controller, which acts as an optical device to allow you to drag your finger to move your AF point, doubles up as an AF on button. The EOS R3 is highly flexible in terms of letting you choose how you wish to change the AF point, by eye control, the smart controller, the multi-controller, or the touchscreen LCD. Speaking of the LCD screen, this is the first time the vari-angle LCD screen is implemented on a professional body. It is not only durable, but it is also the highest resolution LCD on any Canon camera. When you are out in the field, you want to be able to shoot continuously without worrying about running out of juice. The proven high-capacity LPE19 battery pack is compatible with the EOS R3, ensuring that a single charge can last you a long way. And if you happen to need to juice up when you are in the middle of nowhere, you can even charge the battery with a power bank that supports power delivery using a USB-C cable. Similar to the EOS 1DX Mark III, some of the buttons are illuminated to allow easy menu access when shooting in the dark. Last but not least, the EOS R3 comes with a new multi-function shoe which expands the usage beyond just flash photography. With this new shoe, the EOS R3 is compatible with more video accessories and networking capabilities such as digital microphones and smartphone devices. Next up, Evan will walk us through some interesting new accessories.
Today, we are proud to announce some new accessories designed specifically to work with the new multi-function shoe. First up is the stereo microphone DME1D. This is a fully digital microphone with digital audio output which is not easily affected by external noise. There are 3 mic directions to select from: shotgun, 90 degrees and 120 degrees. The beauty of this mic is that it has a cableless and batteryless design. Power and audio signals are transmitted through the multi-function shoe. You no longer need to worry about changing the battery in the middle of a shoot or accidentally detaching the audio cable. All settings are done via the camera menu. You can press the menu button on the back of the mic to instantly trigger the mic settings page in the camera menu. Another new accessory is the Speedlight Transmitter STE10. It is a radio-enabled wireless speedlight transmitter that basically inherits all the features in the STE3RT. You can trigger multiple cameras and speedlights remotely using this. Similar to the DME1D, it uses a batteryless design and has the same quick access menu button on the back. You can see how much smaller it is, and with a mind-blowing 56% reduction in weight compared to the STE3RT. Some of you might be wondering, with this new multi-function shoe, can the existing speedlights still be used on the EOS R3? The shoe adapter ADE1 is designed specifically for this purpose. To put it simply, for speedlights which don't have dust and drip resistance design, you can continue to mount them directly on the EOS R3. However, for speedlights which has dust and drip resistance design, you will need this adapter in order to mount on the EOS R3. Earlier on, we mentioned about the mobile file transfer feature where you can tap on the 5G mobile network of Android smartphones to quickly transfer high-resolution images from the camera to FTP servers. The multi-function shoe adapter for smartphone link ADP1 allows you to easily mount the smartphone on a camera's multi-function shoe. With a dedicated high-speed USB-C cable, you can transfer images from the camera to the smartphone at blazing speeds. This workflow greatly enhances photographers' efficiency in the field where wireless networks are not readily available. Over to Hector now to share some of the new lenses we are unveiling today.
The affordable telephoto lenses lineup is further strengthened with the new RF 100-400mm f5.6 to 8 IS USM zoom lens. Together with the RF 600mm and 800mm lens, users now have more options when shooting wildlife and sports. One of the biggest advantages of the lens is its super lightweight design. To put it in perspective, it is even lighter than the much smaller RF 24-105mm f4L lens. And compared to the EF 100-400mm L lens, it is barely half the weight. The lens comes with a native 5.5 stops image stabilization, but when you pair it with a camera that has in-body IS, it goes up to 6 stop IS effectiveness. Another wonderful feature that is uncommon in non-L lenses is now available in the RF 100-400mm f5.6 to 8 IS USM. It works perfectly with the 2 RF extenders. You can now extend the focal length up to 800mm with the extender RF 2 times. So there you have it, a perfect lens for wildlife photography. The next lens, in my opinion, is nothing short of an engineering marvel. Usually, ultra-wide-angle lenses with a large aperture are costly, but with the RF 16mm f2.8 STM, we made it affordable for everyone. We even threw in ultra-compactness into the package. To be precise, it is almost identical in size and weight to the RF 50mm lens. Let's compare it further with some of the other f2.8 wide-angle lenses. The EF14mm and EF24mm lens are both much taller and heavier. 0.26 times magnification can be achieved with its 0.13 meter minimum focusing distance. For something so compact and affordable, you can create views with immense perspectives in genres such as underwater photography. With its f2.8 aperture, you can create beautiful astrophotography images such as this. I hope you are thrilled with the features of the EOS R3, the new accessories and lenses we are launching today. But don't just hear it from us. Check out the reviews from professional wildlife and sports photographers William Tan and Lim Yong Teck on their first-hand experience shooting with the EOS R3.
As a wildlife photographer, being prepared for the moment means I need to think fast and react even faster. The EOS R3 has impressed me with its speed and precision. I'm constantly surprised by how it surpasses my expectations in all types of challenging situations. Built like the EOS 1DX series, the EOS R3 has both horizontal and vertical grips, but it weighs lighter. Overall, it is solid and durable with good weather sealing to protect it against harsh conditions. When I was out with the EOS R3, the battery life of the LP-E19 was able to sustain my simultaneous shooting for an entire day. It was very impressive. Canon has really put a lot of thought into the AF system of the EOS R3. The most interesting feature is the eye control AF. It allows me to quickly set initial focusing just by looking at the subject. Then the camera takes over and tracks the subject with all the AF points on the camera sensor as the subject moves. Other times, when I need to move my eye away from the subject to concentrate on composing my image, the smart controller has a touch-sensitive pad. I can easily move my thumb to place the initial AF area exactly where I want it. I also set the AF on button to eye detection AF. I found the initial focusing on my subject to be more accurate and the tracking of its movement very reliable, even more so compared to the EOS R5 and R6. The improved flexible zone AF in the EOS R3 allows for complete customization. For precise initial focusing, I can change the size of the AF zone horizontally and vertically to include my subject's predicted flight path and exclude the surroundings that might confuse the camera. By combining these focusing methods, I can quickly find and track my chosen subject despite a busy background. The camera delivers an impressive 30 frames per second high-speed continuous burst with electronic shutter mode. And the AF tracking is calculated at 60 frames per second. Shooting in 30 frames per second feels like a seamless video recording of still images in RAW. I can pick any wing position of a bird in flight or exciting moment with zero compromise. I personally feel that the RF600mm f4 lens on the EOS R3 performs as good as its EF counterpart, with the added benefit of being much lighter. The images shot with this lens are crisp and sharp. Even when the RF extender is attached to this super telephoto lens, AF remains fast and accurate. At a 24.1 megapixel count, the sensor captures fine details and texture beautifully in my final images. The EOS R3 is a joy to shoot with. The camera allows me to capture very challenging shots due to the breakthroughs in technology. So now, I'm excited by the possibilities it brings to my work.
Sports photography lets me capture the human spirit at its best. As a sports photographer, I need a camera that can deliver. The EOS R3 is a powerful camera that is a testament to photographic excellence. It's a feat of innovation that amazes me with its speed and cutting-edge features. One of those standout features is the 30 frames per second continuous shooting with the electronic shutter. It's hyper fast and accurate with excellent autofocusing features. A single press of the shutter can get you more of the action, especially for sports where there are many blink and miss moments. Venues for some sporting events tend to be rugged and involve the outdoors, and often I'll have to jostle with other photographers, and sometimes the gear might need to take a beating. It comforts me that the EOS R3's magnesium alloy body is solid, sturdy, and built for weathering. The button layout is intuitively placed. Everything I need is easily accessible, and I can customize it to my preference. Today's demands in sports photography are more than just getting action shots or winning moments. It's also a race against time to get images out to publishers and newsrooms ahead of others. The EOS R3 has several high-speed connectivity options. Whether wireless or wired, I can choose which transfer method suits my workflow best. Whenever the option of wired LAN is available, I can use the EOS R3's Ethernet port for fastest file transfers. When this option is not available, I depend on the EOS R3's built-in dual-band Wi-Fi for wireless file transfer. The transfer speed has improved tremendously and eliminated the need for accessories. Canon also has a new mobile file transfer app that utilizes 5G-enabled smart devices like your smartphone to empower portable FTP transfer. It's extremely convenient because I can securely offload hundreds of images from my camera while on location and on the job. It works seamlessly and speedily, reducing transfer times significantly. It also allows me to add and edit IPTC metadata through my smartphone, cutting down a lot of post-processing time. Voice memos can be added if I need to note something down too. The EOS R3 is a winner in mission-critical shoots. From capturing to transferring, as a DSLR loyalist, I'm sold.
We have come to the end of the EOS R3 online launch event. We hope that we have excited you with these new products.
Do check out your local Canon website for more information. Thank you for joining us today.
Canon, delighting you always.